So I hope we're level and I hope we're filming. You know what? This week is going to be a complete cop-out of a video. I'll tell you why. So I just started a new job, employment, I know, but dude's got to make money somehow. So that's number one. Number two is I'm currently editing a clip of a music video for a client. That's been taking up a lot of my time, and I need to get back into the flow of working and editing and all that stuff. So this week's video is going to be something that I've had in the vault for, I think, a month now. Is a little podcast with me and Luke, two people who love to hear the sound of their own voices and who love to yap. So yeah, this episode of the podcast, the first episode, or episode 0, whatever you want to call it, is Luke and I talking about the Ballon d'Or debate of soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, he's a I almost called him a Real Madrid fan. He's a Barcelona fan. I'm a Madrid fan. Now PSG has won the Champions League and Club World Cup is still going on, so that could alter things. But so fucking tired. Comment if you like this format, if you want Luke and I to continue the podcast, whether it be online, whether it be with Maxime, a person that some of you haven't seen in the videos yet, and or whether that be when I see Luke in person next. So yeah, let me know and enjoy the podcast, and like and subscribe and comment below what you think. And if you disagree, if you agree, what's your take? Tell me. Let me know. All right? Enjoy.
We're rolling.
We are rolling.
All right, so episode 1 of the podcast.
More like episode, might as well call it episode 0 or something like that.
Yeah.
Does that sound cool?
Episode
Sound
0.
professional?
So episode 0, our conversation for today is the Ballon d'Or situation.
Ballon d'Or 2025.
This is being filmed on May 30th, UCL final tomorrow.
Yep.
So,
You want to start off with...
we'll start off with game predictions for the UCL
Yeah,
final.
so I feel like it makes sense to start off with this just because, Dembele is definitely going to be in that conversation and the result of the final is going to have a big impact on his rating. For me, I think Inter Milan is going to win the game. It is still 90 minutes plus extra. That's what we love about our sport, is that anything can happen. Mm-hmm. So I would say 65% chance Milan wins it outright. And then I would say 75% chance that they win it overall, including extra time if it goes to there. I think the most likely final score will be something like 3-1. I don't think it's going to be super, super close. I think they're going to probably score 1 right at the end.
Okay. I like it. I like the pick. As for me, because of our little rivalry going on, I just have to pick PSG. So I do believe that Inter will win the game, but for like who I'm cheering for the sake of that, I will pick PSG. Yeah, I think. Well, okay, you know what? I'll pick Inter. Inter is gonna win the game.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
4-1. Yeah,
Up in it.
They're gonna lock PSG down. They locked Barca down. They're gonna lock PSG down, unfortunately for them.
I don't know about lockdown. We scored 6 on them.
They scored 7 on you, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
neither of us locked each other down. I don't know what you're saying, man. But yeah, no, I think that's a fair prediction. So both of us are going to be going into this Ballon d'Or conversation, with the assumption that Dembele is not going to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
That definitely affects my decision. I don't know about you, but you can kick it off.
It does affect my decision as well. I think the top 3 has to be, I think Salah, even though he only won the Prem. I don't think he'll win it, but he's got to be in the top 3. Rafinha for sure, and it's tough with Lamine Yamal. It's tough because his counting stats are good, but they're not like the other guys. They're not like 60 plus goals and assists or close to breaking Premier League records or something like Salah was. But if that's what the Ballon d'Or is, then there's a problem, because if it's just about counting stats, then what's the point? If in a perfect world they voted on the best player, counting stats, and impact on the pitch, it's Lamine Yamal. You watch him. I watched him with him in the Inter game, both Inter games.
He's too good.
He's crazy.
He's too good.
And it's like, I mean, what are you gonna say? But they don't rate it like that.
Yeah, and you make an interesting comparison with Salah and Rafinha for sure, because when you look at their scoring and assisting output, I mean, Rafinha matching Ronaldo's all-time goal and assist record in the Champions League this year.
With like 4 more
Granted,
games.
but still, you know, these are numbers that we haven't seen from players, let alone 2 players, you know, since the Messi and Ronaldo era, and that was something we didn't think would be replicated. And I don't think really anyone was expecting it to come out of these guys.
Especially now Rafinha.
You know, I pretty much agree with everything you say about Lamine. I mean, as a Barca fan, I don't want him to win it. I want Rafinha to win it.
Okay.
The reason I want him to win it is because I think it's too soon. Same thing with the Champions League. You know, obviously I would have loved to win the Champions League. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I wouldn't prefer that 10 times over. But, you know, I see a silver lining in making it so far but not quite winning it. You know, one thing for me, and I know you're gonna comment on this, but I think Pedri is undeniably in the conversation for Ballon d'Or. I think he's higher than Salah personally.
Oh my God.
Well, you know, you were talking about it yourself. You were talking about impact on the pitch. There's no player that has more impact on the pitch in any Barca game except for Lamine, Rafinha, and Pedri. Those are the 3 guys.
That's crazy. I mean, if we're talking in a top 3, I would put Mbappe over Pedri if we're taking Salah out of the equation.
Really?
He's scored a boatload of goals this season. He's the reason that we didn't finish 3rd or even 4th.
Yeah.
Like
He did a lot for your team, but I mean, I would also say, you know, Barca, one of their biggest weaknesses is, you know, it's their defense. We play with such a high line. Pedri had the most interceptions out of any
fighting
midfielder.
the urge to say Pedri right now.
Right. He had the most interceptions in the opponent's half out of any midfielder in the top 5 leagues. He had the most distance run. He has some of the highest forward pass percentage. He barely ever loses the ball. You know,
But he's not going to win it. And I'll tell you why. Last season, Jude Bellingham won the league, the Super Cup, and the Champions League. He was, I believe, our highest scorer, or Vinny had a couple more goals than him, but he had double-digit goals, double-digit assists. I mean, you watched the games last season. He was an X factor in all the Clásicos of last season.
It's
and
true.
I think he was 3rd or maybe even 4th in the final Ballon d'Or rankings. It was Rodri, Vinny, either Carvajal or Bellingham, whichever way it went.
Yeah, my thing with Pedri, and the reason why I personally think that his season this year was better than Bellingham's season last year is just because Bellingham's season last year was a season with a team that didn't really have as strong of a strike force when it comes to their number 9.
Right.
So he was a lot of the time the guy that would step up and play as a shadow striker almost, kind of like what Dani Olmo's doing this season. But when we see Dani Olmo, okay, maybe Bellingham had a better season last year than Dani Olmo has had this year, but you know, if you look at Dani Olmo, he scored a bunch of goals, he's assisted a bunch of times. And I don't think he's even close to the Ballon d'Or in comparison to a player like Pedri, because Pedri is a pure center mid that encapsulates everything that we've seen from previous greats. Sorry. I was waiting for it too. But you know, I'm just speaking my truth. And the thing is, like, when you watch every when you watch every single game, when you see him, like I said again, Rafinha, Lamine, and Pedri. Rafinha less so towards the later bits of the season. I would say that went more to Frankie de Jong. But those 3 guys, when they're not on the pitch, Barca suffers tremendously. We can't do anything offensively without Pedri on the field, I swear.
Yeah. I mean, I can't deny that he's an impactful player. Like, I can't. But I just, it's so hard for a midfielder to win it, and that's why I don't think...
Yeah, I don't think he's going to win it.
And if we're talking about impact, as counting that into the Ballon d'Or trophy, then I think that Bellingham should have won it last year. I don't think Vinicius should have even been up there last year, and that's my hot take. I don't think at all. Sure, he scored in the final, but who assisted him in the final? Jude Bellingham. And who got the ball back? Who stole the ball off of whoever that right back is? Hustled to get that ball and then to pass it to Vinicius was Jude Bellingham, I do believe. So it's like...
Yeah, Jude
If we're-
Bellingham's presence in big matches has been undeniable, and that's where I would say, Pedri was great in the big matches. He was great every match. But if we're talking about players who like really stepped up, I think Lamine has to fit that category, that profile.
Yeah, I think, the top three should be not in any order, not in this order,
Okay.
but Lamine, Dembele, Rafinha.
I agree.
I think.
I agree.
And
And
then
I
if,
think
if Dembele wins the Champions League, then I believe it should be him.
yeah.
And that's my take.
I mean, I think that it's important that he's impactful in the game.
Yeah,
I-
if he
but-
drops a stinker in the final, then
Granted, I can't see a world where PSG beat Inter and Dembele wasn't an absolute key factor in the victory. Like, there's just no world where that isn't the case.
yeah. Let me check that.
I have enough storage on my phone. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're at 9 minutes.
Wow, that's kind of easy.
Okay, so I gave my top three. I'll rank it actually. As of right now, without any, we're assuming that somehow the Champions League ended in a draw, right? I'm saying that it should be. This is hard for me to say as a Real Madrid fan, but Rafinha, Dembele, Lamine, 1, 2, and 3.
For me, 1, 2, and 3. Rafinha has to be in first. You can't forget the incredible start to the season he had. He pretty much single-handed, because Lamine had a pretty big drought of goals in the middle of the season, pretty much from October to like April.
Yeah.
But, Rafinha kind of dragged us back from the dead in January and in February.
In that
So,
rough patch, it was Rafinha.
I would say Lamine number 2.
Okay.
He was the most X Factor-esque player on our team. And, frankly, I think that Barca was the best team in the world this season. I think that Inter Milan is an absolutely incredible team, and I do think that they, to a degree, deserve to beat us. I don't think that, I'm not necessarily like, oh my God, how did it happen? But I do think that Barca is the best team in the world at the moment. And then number 3 is going to be Dembele, because I'm not trying to be like every other person and shit on the French league, but like it does have to be taken into account somewhat that they won the league in April, right? Giving them at the beginning of April, they won the league. That gave them all that extra time to rest any players that they needed to rest for the Champions League. Then they also were able to do anything that they needed to do for the French Cup.
Yeah.
So
they're on for a trouble, actually.
They are on for a trouble. So and
Which is
and
crazy.
Inter, it was really funny because for the Coppa Italia,
Inter bottled it.
yeah, Inter lost to Milan like 4-1 or something, and then Milan lost to fucking Bologna 1-0.
So funny.
It was ridiculous.
The Italian league is pretty funny. So
Yeah.
those are our rankings. Matthias, we're having a podcast.
We're doing
saying
a little
podcast
something.
about
We're just talking about the
Soccer.
Ballon d'Or right now, and we're gonna do like a
Say hello.
who
Yeah,
should
of
win
course
the
you can
Ballon
say.
d'Or.
Hello?
who should win the Ballon d'Or?
Oh, me?
Yes.
That's enough out of you. All right, that's all. 11 minutes and a half. All right, so now that we have that pre-Champions League prediction, I'm just gonna do a quick post-Champions League review. I think now that PSG dominated Inter in the final, I think Dembele got 2 assists. I'm not sure, 1 or 2. And then the fact that in the Club World Cup last night, I just watched my team Real Madrid get absolutely dominated by PSG. And Dembele scored. He might have gotten an assist too. I think he should win it. I think it should be Dembele, Rafinha. Wait, hold on. Hakimi should be up there, I think. Hakimi, it's like Dembele, Hakimi, Rafinha, because I saw this TikTok that opened my eyes to this world of Hakimi being PSG's actual best player. So yeah, Dembele, Hakimi, Rafinha, I think. And then Lamine Yamal can go back to Brazil. I don't know. Yeah, so our takes were horrible about the final. Luke said 3-1, I said 4-1, it was 5-0. So, game is game. It is what it is. Like I said at the beginning of the video, let me know what you guys think, any of you who are into football. Yeah, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more of this kind of video. I mean, I thought it was pretty fun to watch, no, I'm not going to lie. And yeah, that's it for this week. A little bit of a cop-out video because it's just been busy, but some pretty fun stuff should be coming up this week. I've got a couple things lined up, so stay tuned. Peace out.